January 2nd, 2022, NFL Week 17. All right, another great week of NFL football. And I know it seems I say that every week, but I love the NFL. What can I say? It was going into the day, it was two games that really were the big games that caught my eye, the Chiefs and Bengals and the Cardinals Cowboys. All right, so Chiefs Bengals. The Chiefs came out on fire. By halftime, the Chiefs seemed to have control of this game. They held a two-score lead for most of the game. But the Bengals, I was very impressed with. I want to give credit to their coaches. This team is very young. The stars on offense, the wide receiver, the running back, the quarterback. I think today they talked about how they were all under the age of 25. Very young team, and for them to show up, this was a big game today. These are two teams that could definitely meet in the playoffs. So it was a lot to prove against Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs. And they proved a lot. Like I said, the Chiefs were scoring consistently each time they got the ball until the second half. I guess the coaching staff made the proper adjustments for the Bengals, and they slowed the Chiefs down. But the Bengals kept going on offense. And Jamar Chase, he alerted everyone that he is still a Rookie of the Year candidate. Seems like they want to go ahead and give that to Mac Jones, but Jamar Chase, setting records, making big plays. One of the, what they say, big time players make big plays in big games. That saying thing, that was him today. Record-setting performance. I think he had like the most yards for maybe a rookie receiver in a game. And I know he did set the season mark for most yards receiving, and he still got a game to go, so he's going to add on to that. He was basically unstoppable. I mean, he was a weapon. When he got the ball today, most times he had an opportunity to score. It's very impressive watching him play. Joe Burrow, I'm a big Burrow fan. He just... The game he had last week and then bounce back and play like that again today, two big-time performances like that. The Bengals are really catching my eye. I don't know how far they can go in the playoffs. I haven't given that thought yet. I'm going to get into that later in the week of how the playoffs are shaping up. I'm just watching the regular season now and just following through. I haven't given a lot of thought to how these teams are going to perform in the playoffs. But at the end of the game, with maybe a minute to go, the Bengals had the ball, I think on the 1 yard line. And on fourth down, they decided to go for the touchdown instead of kick the field goal. I questioned that. I thought they should have just kicked the field goal, even though everything worked out and they ran the clock down and ended up winning the game with the field goal at the end. I was surprised that they didn't just go ahead and kick. And as much credit as I give to the coaching staff, that was something that I did question. But like I said, that decision making at the end of the game, I did question that. But like I said, it worked out in the end. So that was very impressive by the Bengals today. The Chiefs have not looked their best against the good teams this year, and that worries me. Like I said, I haven't thought a lot about how these teams are going to perform in the playoffs, but it is time to start thinking about that. And I'm not ready to count the Chiefs out yet. The defense looked suspect today, but I think, and their defense has looked shaky a lot this season, but I think that was mostly credit to the Bengals were really great on offense today as opposed to the Chiefs were poor on defense. I thought both teams played well, and the Bengals just played better. And Bengals showed a lot of confidence to go against Patrick Mahomes like that. The Bengals are looking stronger each week, and I want to see them keep improving like that. So like I said, that was a good look for their coaching staff. Bengals really caught my eye. Jamar Chase for Rookie of the Year. Let's keep an eye on that. Cardinals, Cowboys. All right, it was great to see. Was looking for a lot from both of these teams. Both of these teams, I question their coaching. The Cardinals, it was good to see them bounce back after losing 3 straight, including losing at Detroit. And also, it was very important to see the Cardinals play so well without their number 1 running back and without DeAndre Hopkins, their number 1 wide receiver. I wondered how the offense was going to perform without Hopkins. I was listening to Michael Irvin earlier this week saying that Hopkins being out of the game would be a big factor for the Cardinals. I wasn't sure I agreed with that. I mean, I think DeAndre Hopkins, I have him as the #1 receiver in the NFL. He's the best I've seen the last few years, I think, yes. So, but it's, it's difficult to expect a wide receiver being out to shut down the offense. I think the quarterback is the key, and I would even worry more about a running back being out, a star running back being out than a wide receiver. Wide receivers make big plays, but they don't seem to carry the team. The team doesn't seem to be at such a detriment without the wide receiver. So good to see how Kyler Murray performed tremendously today without those two star players on offense. I thought that a lot of credit goes to Kyler Murray making plays today, and that looked good. Want to credit the Cardinals coaching staff. Like I said, I was looking at these, all 40, not the Chiefs coaches, but the other three teams I'm mentioning. I was checking on their coaches, how they would have these teams prepared and come out and perform today. The Cardinals, that was impressive. Defensively, and like I just was saying, offensively, Cliff Kingsbury I want to see him do it before I give him credit, because I didn't think much of him coming from college. I didn't think much of his coaching. And they're looking really good this year. Kyler Murray is special. He's very special player. Rocket arm, very athletic, looks very fast, looks like one of the most athletic players on the field. The Cowboys defense is one of the top defenses in the NFL. And the Cardinals performed well against them today. They looked really impressive. Was very disappointed with the Cowboys. I feel like Dak played well, but not great. I don't think his play is what cost them the game, but he also didn't play in a way to elevate the team, so he did not do that. And I feel like the critical play in the game was the Prescott fumble, but I also feel like the commentators did a really good job of pointing out how that was a lot more of a great defensive play than it was a poor play by Dak. Dak was running and trying to get a first down, and I feel like he could have tucked that ball away better and secured it a lot more, but it was a great defensive play. But that was the critical play in the game. Yeah. So those were the two games I wanted to talk about in this video. Later we'll elaborate some more on the things that happened today. Probably talk about Antonio Brown a little bit. I do want to talk about Tom Brady. He was spectacular to game-winning drive. That's what we're watching for, to see Tom Brady with a drive in the final minutes of the game. Can he get it done? And he did, as usual, throwing a touchdown to some guy that I think didn't even play college football. I think they said he ran track for LSU. I don't even remember his name right now, but that's Tom Brady. So that was great. The Jets game. Oh well, I'll talk about that game later. But a lot of great NFL action today. These were two big games, really enjoyable. So till next time we talk. Peace.